If your bones feel weaker as you age, if you're struggling with joint pain, fatigue, or poor muscle recovery, there's a natural, overlooked solution that fits right into your daily diet. Today, we're revealing the tiny seeds that silently rebuild your strength from the inside out. No pills, no powders. Most people chase supplements for stronger bones or try protein powders for muscle growth. But nature has already packed everything your body needs into small, powerful seeds. These aren't just toppings, they're medicine. In today's episode, you'll discover the top 4 seeds that nourish your bones and muscles from within, and how to use them every day for long, lasting strength. Chia seeds, the tiny warriors of strength in ancient Mesoamerica. Warriors carried one thing into battle besides their weapons: chia seeds. These unassuming black and white specks were prized not for taste, but for endurance. The Aztecs believed that a small pouch of chia could fuel them through entire days of marching, fighting, and fasting. It wasn't myth, it was biology. Today, these same tiny seeds are being rediscovered, not as a trend, but as a science-backed superfood that directly supports stronger bones and leaner, more resilient muscles. Let's talk about bones first. Most people believe that bone strength is only about calcium and that calcium comes mainly from milk. But here's the truth: your bones need a team of nutrients, not just calcium, but magnesium, phosphorus, and omega-3 fatty acids to stay dense and prevent breakdown as you age. And chia seeds deliver all of them in impressive amounts. Just 1 ounce, around 2 tablespoons, of chia seeds contains about 180 milligrams of calcium. That's more than what's found in a slice of cheddar cheese. But more importantly, chia seeds also include magnesium and phosphorus, 2 minerals that act as the support system behind calcium, allowing it to be absorbed properly and deposited in bone tissue. Without magnesium, your body can't make full use of calcium. And without phosphorus, the structural integrity of your bones becomes compromised. Chia gives you all 3 together. Now let's move to muscles. Protein is the raw material of muscle, and chia delivers high-quality plant-based protein that includes all 9 essential amino acids. This is rare in the plant world. Most plant proteins are incomplete, meaning they're missing 1 or more amino acids your body can't produce on its own. Chia is complete. That means when you eat chia, your muscles receive exactly what they need to grow, repair, and recover after activity, whether you're lifting weights or just chasing your kids around the house. There's more. Chia seeds are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, especially alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based compound with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Inflammation is the silent killer of both muscle and bone health. Chronic inflammation breaks down tissue, weakens joints, and slows recovery. ALA helps put out the fire, calming the inflammatory pathways that wear down your body. And unlike fish oil, chia seeds don't oxidize quickly or require refrigeration. They're shelf-stable and easy to store. Still not convinced of their power? Let's add another layer: fiber. Chia seeds are loaded with soluble fiber, which expands in water and forms a gel-like substance in your gut. This gel slows digestion, stabilizes blood sugar, and promotes better absorption of nutrients. Why does this matter for bones and muscles? Because the more stable your insulin levels are, the better your body performs at anabolic tasks like rebuilding muscle fibers and maintaining bone mass. Think of chia seeds like time-release capsules for strength. When soaked in liquid, they slowly release hydration and nutrients into your body over hours. This is why many endurance athletes swear by chia. They keep you full, fueled, and focused. But for the everyday person, they can do something even more powerful: prevent slow muscle loss and silent bone decline that often starts after age 30. And chia seeds are flexible. You can add them to anything. Sprinkle them into smoothies, stir into yogurt, soak overnight for chia pudding, or bake them into healthy muffins. They don't require cooking, they don't spoil, and they don't taste like much, meaning you can blend them into savory or sweet dishes without changing the flavor. Here's a practical takeaway. Try adding just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds to your diet daily. That small amount provides nearly 5 grams of fiber too, 5 grams of omega-3s, 4 grams of protein, and a solid dose of key bone-building minerals. Over time, this simple addition could mean the difference between declining strength and lasting vitality. So whether you're a gym goer, a busy parent, or someone just trying to age well, chia seeds are your allies. They don't look like much, but inside they're densely packed warriors. And when it comes to bone and muscle health, they fight the battle for you, 1 spoonful at a time. Flax seeds, nature's anti-inflammatory armor, meet the quiet warrior in your pantry. Flax seeds. They're often mistaken as mere fiber boosters or smoothie fillers, but these tiny brown or golden seeds carry an ancient reputation. And it's not just folklore anymore, it's scientifically backed. When it comes to reducing inflammation, rebuilding muscle, and fortifying bone health, flax seeds are among the most potent tools nature has to offer. Let's begin with a story. A woman in her early 50s had been experiencing chronic joint stiffness and post-workout soreness. She'd tried various supplements, stretching routines, and physical therapy, but results were slow and inconsistent. On the recommendation of a holistic nutritionist, she began adding a tablespoon of ground flaxseed to her daily smoothie. Just a small change, but within weeks she began noticing a real difference. The stiffness subsided. Recovery time improved and her energy stabilized. Why? Because flax seeds are loaded with alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid with deep anti-inflammatory power. Think of inflammation as an invisible fire. It may not hurt at first, but over time it burns through your joints, breaks down your muscles, and erodes bone density. This is especially common in people over 40, when recovery slows and inflammatory markers rise. Flaxseed, however, is like a fire extinguisher, cooling down the internal heat and letting your cells do what they were built to do: rebuild, regenerate, and recover. Let's break down the biology. Just 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed delivers over 1,500 milligrams of ALA. This fatty acid works by reducing levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation that, when elevated, is linked to everything from osteoporosis to sarcopenia, muscle loss. Studies have shown that consistent intake of flaxseed can lower CRP levels, reduce joint pain, and even support better cartilage function. But ALA isn't working alone. Flax seeds are also one of the richest sources of lignans, a type of phytoestrogen that not only balances hormones, especially in women, but also supports bone density. Hormonal changes, particularly estrogen declines in menopause, are one of the major causes of bone thinning. Lignans step in like hormonal allies, mimicking some of estrogen's protective effects on bones without the side effects of synthetic hormones. Now, let's talk about protein and muscle support. Flax seeds may be small, but they pack 2 grams of high-quality protein per tablespoon. That might not seem like much, but when you combine flax with other protein-rich foods throughout the day, you create a steady stream of amino acids your muscles can use to repair, strengthen, and grow. And because flax is so rich in fiber, almost 3 grams per tablespoon, it also stabilizes blood sugar, preventing insulin spikes that can interfere with muscle recovery and nutrient absorption. Here's an analogy. Imagine your body is a construction site. Muscles are being rebuilt. bones are being reinforced. But inflammation is like bad, whether it delays progress and weakens materials. Flax seeds are your weather shield. They create optimal internal conditions for recovery and strength, and they're versatile. Ground flaxseed blends seamlessly into smoothies, oatmeal, yogurt, pancake batter, or even soup. Unlike whole flax seeds which pass through your system, undigested ground flax is fully bioavailable, meaning your body can actually absorb its nutrients. And because they're plant-based, they're also ideal for those avoiding fish oil or dairy, making flax a perfect addition to vegetarian or vegan diets focused on bone and muscle maintenance. Here's a practical way to begin. Start with just 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed daily. Mix it into breakfast. If you're consistent, you'll start to notice the long-term effects: better joint mobility, reduced soreness, stronger recovery, and better endurance. You might not feel it in the first few days, but over weeks and months, flaxseed quietly rewires your recovery systems. There's also evidence showing that flaxseed may help preserve lean muscle mass during aging. In studies with post-menopausal women, those who consumed flax regularly experienced slower muscle degradation and higher bone mineral density than those who didn't. That means this simple seed is not just a short-term boost, it's a long-term investment in your strength, flexibility, and bone structure. And it's worth noting, flax seeds are inexpensive, shelf-stable, and widely available. No expensive supplement, no complicated meal plan, just nature doing what it does best. Quietly, powerfully, effectively. So when you think of anti-inflammatory nutrition, think beyond turmeric and ginger. Think of flaxseed as your internal armor, protecting your muscles and bones from the daily stress you don't even see. It doesn't need to shout, it just needs to be consistent. 1 tablespoon a day, that's it, and your bones, joints, and muscles will thank you for years to come. Pumpkin seeds, the zinc-packed muscle builders. Sometimes the most powerful medicine comes in the most unassuming packages. Pumpkin seeds, also known as pepitas, may look like simple green snacks, but inside each one is a dense powerhouse of minerals and nutrients essential for building muscle, preserving strength, and maintaining resilient bones. Let's begin with a story. A 38-year-old fitness coach suffered a shoulder injury that kept him from lifting for 2 months. During recovery, he focused not just on rehab exercises, but also on nutrition. One small change: he began snacking on a handful of pumpkin seeds daily, about a quarter cup. In less than a month, his energy levels improved, soreness decreased, and his lean mass began returning faster than expected. His secret weapon: zinc, magnesium, and plant-based protein, all abundant in pumpkin seeds. Narrative aside, this is real science. Your body requires zinc for countless metabolic functions, but when it comes to muscle and bone health, its role is especially crucial. Zinc helps regulate testosterone production, supports protein synthesis, and enhances immune function, all of which directly influence your ability to grow and maintain lean muscle mass. Without enough zinc, your recovery slows, your strength gains plateau, and your immune system becomes sluggish. A 1-ounce serving of pumpkin seeds provides nearly 20% of your daily zinc requirement, which is remarkable for a plant food. And because it's paired with other essential minerals like magnesium, iron, manganese, and phosphorus, the absorption rate is high and balanced. No need for synthetic supplements. Now, let's focus on muscle recovery and performance. Pumpkin seeds are a rich source of magnesium, a mineral often depleted by stress, sweat, or poor diet. Magnesium helps relax muscles, prevent cramps, and regulate the electrical signals that allow your muscles to contract and release. It's like the conductor of your muscular orchestra. Without enough, your muscles can misfire, leading to spasms, tightness, and poor coordination. Here's an analogy. Imagine your muscles are bricks. Protein builds the bricks, but minerals like magnesium and zinc are the mortar that hold them together. And pumpkin seeds deliver both. Each serving gives you around 8-9 grams of protein, more than an egg, and unlike most protein snacks, pumpkin seeds don't come with additives, preservatives, or added sugar. Now, here's where it gets interesting for bone health. These seeds also contain phosphorus, which makes up over half of your bone's mineral content, second only to calcium. Phosphorus works alongside magnesium to support bone density, helping your skeletal system remain strong and stable. But unlike dairy, which can sometimes cause inflammation in sensitive individuals, pumpkin seeds offer these minerals without triggering gut irritation or hormonal disruption. Another overlooked nutrient in pumpkin seeds is tryptophan, an amino acid that supports serotonin in production and improves sleep quality. Why does that matter for muscles and bones? Because deep sleep is when growth hormone peaks, and growth hormone is responsible for tissue repair, muscle building, and bone regeneration. Poor sleep equals poor recovery. Adding pumpkin seeds to your evening snack may actually support your strength while you sleep. Let's not forget antioxidants. Pumpkin seeds are rich in vitamin E, carotenoids, and phenolic acids, compounds that help protect muscle and bone tissues from oxidative damage. Think of them as rust, proofing for your joints and bones, shielding your tissues from the breakdown caused by daily wear and environmental stress. What makes pumpkin seeds so effective is how easily they integrate into your diet. They're crunchy, flavorful, and versatile. You can eat them raw, roasted, or blended into smoothies. Sprinkle them over salads or grain bowls. Toss them into granola or energy bars. Even a quarter cup a day can give your body the minerals and fuel it needs to stay strong. Here's a tip. For maximum absorption, consider eating pumpkin seeds with a small amount of fruit rich in vitamin C, such as citrus or berries. Vitamin C helps enhance iron and zinc absorption, amplifying the benefits even more. And unlike many trendy superfoods, pumpkin seeds are budget-friendly, shelf-stable, and available almost everywhere. They don't require refrigeration, and they come without the marketing hype, just real, ancient nutrition proven through both history and science. So if you're trying to rebuild after an injury, maintain muscle during aging, or simply strengthen your bones and joints for the long haul, pumpkin seeds offer a simple, natural strategy. They're not just snacks. They're your body's renovation team, delivering zinc for hormonal balance, magnesium for muscle recovery, and protein for rebuilding tissue. Every handful is a step toward more resilience, more strength, and more control over your physical future. Eat them daily, and you won't just feel the difference, you'll see it. Sesame seeds, calcium bombs in disguise. 700+ words. There's an ancient saying in many Eastern cultures, small things hold great power. And nowhere is that more true than in the tiny, ivory-colored sesame seed. Often sprinkled over bread or blended into tahini, these little seeds are far more than a garnish. They are one of nature's most concentrated sources of bone-building calcium, and they carry a mineral profile that directly nourishes both the skeletal system and muscle tissue. Especially as we age. Let's start with a story. A vegan in her mid-40s was diagnosed with osteopenia, early-stage bone loss. She avoided dairy due to intolerance and had trouble finding natural, plant-based ways to boost her calcium levels. After researching alternatives, she discovered sesame seeds, not the toasted ones on burger buns, but raw, unhulled sesame seeds and tahini. She started adding 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds to her meals each day. Within 6 months, her bone scans began to show improvement. Coincidence? Not at all. Here's the science. 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds contain nearly 2 100 milligrams of calcium, almost as much as a small glass of milk. But it's not just the calcium content that makes sesame seeds a game changer. It's the bioavailability, meaning how well your body can actually absorb and use the calcium. Sesame seeds also contain magnesium, phosphorus, and vitamin K, which are critical for proper calcium absorption and bone mineralization. Let's use an analogy. If your bones are bricks, calcium is the cement, but cement alone doesn't hold without reinforcement. You need the iron rods, magnesium, and phosphorus to make the structure durable, and sesame seeds deliver the full blueprint. They don't just build bones, they strengthen the entire structure. Now let's go deeper. Sesame seeds contain a rare compound called sesamin, a powerful antioxidant that reduces inflammation and oxidative stress, two major drivers of bone loss and muscle deterioration. Inflammation doesn't just hurt your joints, it quietly eats away at your tissue. Sesamin steps in like a guardian, protecting your joints, preserving bone density, and keeping your muscular framework intact. What's remarkable about sesame is its impact on muscle strength too. While not commonly thought of as a protein source, sesame seeds contain plant-based amino acids that support muscle tissue repair, especially when consumed regularly. Pair them with legumes or whole grains, and you create a complete protein profile, ideal for muscle synthesis and recovery. And here's something most people don't know. Sesame seeds are rich in iron and zinc, both of which are essential for muscle contraction, energy metabolism, and immune response. Iron helps transport oxygen to muscle cells, while zinc supports the enzymes involved in protein construction and cellular repair. One small seed, yet loaded with fuel for the entire musculoskeletal system. Let's visualize it. Imagine sesame seeds as bone armor, a layer of protective nutrition that strengthens the frame from the inside out. Most people try to build strength by focusing only on external activity, gym routines, supplements, stretching, but forget that strength is built cell by cell, meal by meal. And sesame is one of the most reliable contributors to that internal strength building process. Even better, sesame is incredibly versatile and easy to use. Add tahini sesame paste to your dressings, dips, or smoothies. Sprinkle raw sesame seeds over roasted vegetables, rice, or soups. Mix them into granola or energy bars, and for even better absorption, lightly toast or grind them. This breaks the seed coat and allows your digestive system to extract more minerals. Here's a practical tip. If you're trying to improve calcium intake but don't tolerate dairy, or simply want a more sustainable option, add 2 tablespoons of tahini to your meals each day. It blends beautifully into hummus, salad dressings, or even desserts. Over time, this can support bone density, improve joint mobility, and provide a stable mineral source without additives, fillers, or artificial ingredients. In fact, in countries where sesame is consumed daily, such as Japan, Turkey, and parts of the Middle East, rates of osteoporosis are significantly lower, even with minimal dairy intake. It's not about the food pyramid, it's about food wisdom, and sesame has been quietly offering that wisdom for thousands of years. So don't be fooled by size. Sesame seeds may be small, but inside they hold a complete toolkit for structural health. From calcium and magnesium to sesamin and iron, they offer a rare synergy of nutrients that directly supports muscular repair and bone regeneration. They're not flashy, they're not trendy, but sesame seeds are one of the oldest, most proven natural remedies for building and maintaining a strong body. And in a world full of processed powders and synthetic pills, sometimes the smartest solution is the simplest one, already sitting in your kitchen. So now you know, Some of the most powerful allies for your bones and muscles aren't found in pills, powders, or protein tubs. They're tiny, they're humble, and they've been quietly supporting human health for thousands of years. Chia seeds bring calcium, omega-3s, and complete protein like a daily dose of endurance in a spoonful. Flax seeds fight inflammation at the cellular level, creating the perfect internal environment for healing, recovery, and hormonal balance. Pumpkin seeds deliver zinc, magnesium, and clean plant protein, fueling your muscle growth and helping your bones regenerate from within. And sesame seeds stand as nature's calcium champions, protecting your joints and skeletal frame with every sprinkle or spoonful of tahini. When you combine these seeds into your everyday meals, even in small amounts, you're not just adding nutrients. You're building a foundation for strength, for stability, for longevity, because aging doesn't have to mean weakness. And strength doesn't have to come from the gym alone. Sometimes it starts in the kitchen, with a handful of seeds and a choice to feed your body the way nature intended. Eat smart, stay strong. Your body's future is being built one seed at a time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Healthology for more natural, science-backed tips to support your body, mind, and long-term wellness. And remember, sometimes the smallest changes make the biggest difference. Until next time, stay strong, stay healthy, and stay grounded in nature.